This video provides an overview of the Read to Bump training programme. Read to Bump was developed by Liverpool Learning Partnership in conjunction with and with funding from Merseyside Violence Reduction Partnership. It was originally delivered in 5 Merseyside authorities. So why is it important for us to read to unborn and new babies? Well, there's lots of benefits to reading to young babies. Reading to children when they're in the womb helps them to recognise their parents' voice, both before they're born and after, and that helps to encourage bonding and attachment. Hearing the parent's voice also helps to stimulate senses and it encourages brain development. There are also literacy benefits to reading to unborn and new babies. So hearing the parent's voice and hearing the different sounds being created will encourage early sound discrimination skills and help to develop vocabulary as well as that child gets older. Also, we know that there are lots of benefits to children reading themselves as they get older. And if you start reading while the baby is still in the womb, you're starting a pattern of reading together that will increase the chance that the parent will read to the child as they get older. So you're encouraging lifelong reading. So why should we start reading young and start reading to children as young as possible? Why are we reading to bump? Well, research has shown that there is a really strong link between being read to frequently as a child and the likelihood that an individual will escape poverty. So there's real social mobility impacts to reading to babies and children. We also know that if we read to babies, that the families are more likely to continue to read together and the children are more likely to read to themselves as they get older. And there's lots of research that shows that children and young people who do enjoy reading are 3 times more likely to have better mental health than those who don't. We also know that those children who continue to read as they become older and who read regularly perform better academically than their peers who don't. The OECD 2002 said that reading for pleasure is the single most important indicator of a child's future success. And we know that those children who are read to before they're born and while they are young babies are more likely to continue to enjoy reading and to reap those benefits of reading for pleasure. So the Read to Bump training itself is a combination of research-based findings and also practical ideas. So it looks at research about brain development and the capacity for learning that unborn children and newborn babies have. It also looks very much at early communication and reading and the research surrounding doing that with unborn children and very young babies. We've also said about the fact that if you start reading very young and to those children while they're still in the womb, that you are promoting a lifestyle of reading for the family. So the training looks at the benefits of reading and reading for pleasure specifically, and the benefits of that for the parents and carers themselves, for those children whilst they're young and as they get older, and the whole family benefits. The training also provides practical ways to support parents and carers with this idea of sharing books and reading aloud right from the get-go. The training comes with a set of resources. There is an online bank of resources that delegates can access that includes session plans for antenatal groups, PowerPoints, information sheets and posters that can be printed or and are downloadable. There's videos that can be shown, and there's also links to resources from outside agencies that we found to be appropriate and suitable. These sessions are for anyone who works with new and expectant parents. So in the past, when we delivered it in the Merseyside authorities, we have delivered this to midwives, health visitors, early help staff, children's centre and wellbeing staff, library staff, those who run baby groups, including volunteers, those leading antenatal groups, and charities and staff who also work at CICs. When we've ran the training, we've asked people to rate their knowledge and confidence about the content before the training and after. And we found huge impacts on the knowledge and confidence of the staff who attended this training. So, for example, when we asked people how knowledgeable they felt about fetal and newborn capacity for language learning before the training, the average score out of 10 was 5.03. Afterwards, it was 8.7. When we asked before about knowledge of reading and talking to babies and the impact that has on attachment and bonding, the score before was 5.68 and afterwards was 8.94. Again, this was the average. And when we asked about how confident the delegates felt in encouraging expectant and new parents to read to their child, the average score before was 6.05 and afterwards was 8.88. So you can see a real impact in their knowledge and their confidence afterwards as well. If you are interested in finding out more about Read to Bump, you can check out the information on our website. The link is in the description box, but you can also email myself, Jenny Holder. You can get in touch with me at jenny@liverpoollearningpartnership.com for any information and some possible costings. Thank you very much.